Okay, so I'm just going to shoot video of me working on this. I got to build a set of control arms so that it will tuck. I don't need anything special, I just want them to work, so we're just going to build mock-up control arms, but I'm not going to show you all that bullshit. But anyway, it's usually just me, so I'm going to use these videos as an opportunity to have somebody to talk to, get some opinions. If you answer, great. If you don't, I don't really care anymore. But yeah, we built control arms, as you can see, 3 inches longer than stock. That was too long. Put us right back in the stock position, so we're, oops, yep, yeah, the camera's gonna be all fucked up and I don't really care. We're gonna put them back in, we're gonna move them back in. We're only gonna go an inch longer from what my measurements are. That's the way it needs to tuck the lug nuts of the semi wheels up in the fender, because we're gonna tuck at least one with it laid out. So, alright, that's it. Okay, so this is our 3-inch extended lower control arm jig. Nothing special, no reason to make anything special. Oh, it's my dog. The problem is 3 inches is too long, so we're going to go an inch in. So we're going to take this piece of metal and tack it into place. Make them, bring them in 2 inches. All right, so this kiddos is my 4.5 inch cheap ass Harbor Freight tear your hand off grinder with a 7-inch wheel. Don't try this at home, kids. This is not very safe. It knocks out the frame, so our little bushings would fit down in there like they're supposed to, and they're still not going to. So we got to notch out a little bit more. So let me take care of that. Okay, so our mock-up arm. This is strictly a mock-up arm. It's not a real arm, but I need to get my lengths right. So here's our mock-up arm.
Brutal game, but there can only be one winner.
This is the way I know to do it. Is I've done all the measurements and shit don't work the way it's supposed to. So we're gonna build a mock-up arm, something I can chop and cut up cheap metal, just so I can get my lengths right, and then I'll know exactly where to put my ball joint and my bushing cups. And yes, I made the ball joint cups on my lathe, and I made both of the bushing sleeves for my lathe, and I used the factory bushings because I wanted to use factory bushings. I just wanted to be a little different. Okay, so I mocked up the upper control arm. Showed you just a second. I forgot to shoot the picture, video, whatever the hell you want to call it, of the old control arm that I had already mocked up. That was way too damn long. But these are just mock-up arms. I just need to get my lengths and stuff, and this is one way to do it. Use cheapest metal possible. Don't be afraid to cut them off, regrind, redo. You'll always have time to pretty them up later. But here's the new mocked up upper. And like I said, that'll let me just get my lengths. Truck needs to lay out on those 24-inch semis, so it's got to tuck at least one lug nut. So let's give this a shot. I'll get all this bolted together and I'll show you what it looks like with it all bolted on. Okay, so everything's mounted up, mocked up. I actually think I found what I like. I may shorten the upper one a 1/2 inch to give me a little more room, because right now it's pulled all the way in and it's a little too, pulling it all the way in makes it work really close. But I'll show you what we're working with. We got a tub the firewall here. We do have our length on the bottom seems to be good. The top, like I said, we got to roll our upper ball joint and kick it down just a little bit. So we got to roll it to the right and then kick it down so we can use the factory. I want to use all factory parts on my control arms. I want to be able to go to a store, go to any part store and get a ball joint if I need to. The only thing we're going to not use factory is the upper control arm bushings, because the 2-inch polyurethanes are just that much easier to use. But yeah, we seem to be clearing pretty well. We'll have to do a little massaging. I like the fender flares, so I'm gonna put those on, and that'll give me the room I need anyway, you know, to clear the lug nuts. So we should be good on that. Anyway, yeah, I think we're good on this right now. So what we're gonna do is build, we're gonna build control arms now that I have my lengths, which is set up on my jigs over there. So we're gonna actually build some control arms and see if we can make this do what we need it to do. Okay, so we got the tubing bent. Try not to cover up the mic there. We got the tubing bent for the lower control arm. I haven't got it fully welded because, well, I ran out of wire. So I have to get some more wire, but tubing's bent. Control arm's built. Looks pretty good to me. I like the way it looks. Do some cleaning on it. I got to put some bracing in. Mount for the bags and stuff. Then we start on the upper. Yeah, how you like that upper? But it did give me my angles I needed. That was all we was after. I guess what I'm trying to show is just do what you got to do to get it done. And then you can always clean it up later. Oh, voice just cracked. That's awesome. But anyway, yeah. It seems to work fine. I'll run it through the motions. Get it to go up. It is a little tight. We still have to move this upper in, because what I want to do is I don't have any adjustment here. So what I want to do is I want to shorten this arm enough to where I can use my adjusters, because right now it's pulled all the way in and it just does clear the fender. So we're going to pull this in at least this distance, which I think is about 1.5 inches. So, but yeah, I'll let you see it does clear. And then we still have the flares we want to put on, because I want the flares even if whether it clears or not. I still want the flares, but it does clear. It doesn't go all the way up yet because we haven't tubbed the wall, but we'll get to that. There's tank. Yeah, so this will be the first episode of something I'm doing like this. I'm just, as I work on the truck, I'll come out here and video it and put up some episodes. They're going to be just clippy jump cuts, nothing special on this one. I hope you enjoy it. If you like it enough, leave enough likes, and leave some comments if you'd like to see me do a little more editing. I'm not going to do a lot of editing on this stuff. So, but there's the original setup. Got plenty of clearance, but no turn. There's no room to turn the wheel, so we have to move the wheel out. Get as much out as possible. This will give us, this is just a shock I'm looking at, but this will give us an inboard shock. We're going to mount it here. I got to clean up this top. So if you have any ideas on how to clean up any of this stuff and make it look decent, let me know. I'm always up for ideas. That's the whole thing, is I love hearing what other people would like to see. I'm not bullshitting. I build my trucks because I enjoy them, but I build my trucks so I want people to like them. Hell, I mean, if I didn't care what anybody thought about how it looked, then I'd just drive something at stock and keep rolling. I wouldn't care. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Drop a subscribe if you could. It helps out a lot. Leave a like if you enjoy this. But I'm going to use this as motivation for me to do more work on my truck. So we thank you. Come back and see us.